Hi everyone, my name is Sabrina, and the lesson I chose to adapt is saving money, and it's for my focus learner Jameson, whose diagnosis is bipolar disorder. He's a 7-year-old boy in 2nd grade in a general education classroom, and some of his strengths are figuring out patterns in puzzles. He's excellent at completing writing tasks, and he's artistically creative. Jameson's academic weaknesses are that he loses focus easily, he has low social skills, he has difficulty coping with his emotions. There are many instances throughout the lesson where the teacher will have to differentiate to help Jameson's learning process. So the first adaptation would be to write down on the whiteboard students' answers and thoughts to the questions that the teacher asks after reading the book, A Chair for My Mother, which is going to introduce the kids to the concept of banks and money, which will drive the lesson to start. So the textbook provides evidentiary support where it states the questions the teacher asks are attention-getting prompts used to direct the student's attention to the book, which is on page 378. So Jameson's benefiting from the visual aids and the one-on-one instruction to guide him through the lesson. And Jameson will feel a sense of accomplishment and feel like he participated in something if his thoughts are written on the board for everyone to see. The teacher will also give Jameson real coins as opposed to fake ones because it will intrigue his interest and ultimately help with his focus for the activity. The teacher will give Jameson a highlighter to identify key components in the directions, which is expected to benefit him as well, because in the textbook it states that when expectations have a clear start and finish, it helps students develop a sense of accomplishment. So that's on page 356. And another adaptation in the lesson is the teacher will explain the differences between the nickels, the dimes, and the pennies, often as much as she can, because the students with intellectual disabilities have trouble memorizing information, so reinforcement is needed. And that's also in the textbook on page 337, which it also states that concepts should be reiterated as much as possible. The IEP goals for Jameson is that he's motivated to complete the lessons to the best of his ability, which will produce the results that we want. After executing a self-assessment, I have concluded that Jameson has favorably completed the lesson overall. And Jameson did present signs of difficulty with the worksheets, so he did require help from his aide, but it was just to answer his questions that he had with figuring it out. He did ultimately complete the worksheet the way that he was supposed to, and he was asking questions throughout the lesson, which is what we wanted. Those are the results that we wanted, because it provides proof that Jameson was motivated to complete the lesson. He felt like he was accomplishing something. And he also said during the lesson, I like that I'm using real money. I like that I feel like I'm working at a bank. So him saying that is also support that he was engaged in the lesson. He enjoyed doing the lesson, which ultimately provided successful results because he enjoyed it and that he wasn't bored. He wasn't off task. So the lesson overall was aligned with the IEP goals. He completed the lesson successfully. He completed the worksheets with 2 or less wrong answers. So he only got 2 answers wrong on the worksheet, which was within the goal that we wanted. And the visual aids for this lesson are the worksheets and the coins, the real coins, which I just lost. Oh, they're right here. So the real coins are right here. Quarters, pennies, nickels, dimes. We're going to be focusing on nickels, pennies, and dimes, but the quarters will be briefly mentioned just to see if students know what they are, but for the skip counting part of the lesson, they'll be using pennies, nickels, dimes. So this would be the first worksheet that they're going to be using to help them. And then where they'll have to use the coins to count and answer all the questions and fill their answer in the blanks. And then the exit ticket is going to be another worksheet where the students it's the same concept, where they'll be required to answer the questions, answer how much the amount of coins are present. And another visual is the highlighter, which Jameson will be using for the lesson. And overall, the lesson was successful, and the modifications worked for Jameson, which was our ultimate goal. Thank you so much.